and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Welcome back everybody, and welcome to another week of Formula Sundays, and we are here tonight at Bahrain, currently loading in. Wait, let me open up my stats real quick, I forgot. I hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. I am having a massive headache because I went out drinking yesterday. I hope that's not gonna come back to bite me over the 1.5 hours we are spending together here, roughly. Yeah. As you see here, we have 20 drivers up there. They have for sure cooked with the attendance, and I am ready to eat. So, let me real quick. Suck. Get the headphones going real quick. Let's go, Ace Mojo. The fans are back here again. I'm really wondering. Oh, that's the wrong button. Suck. The Place fans here as well again. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Ah, there we are. Now we have sounds on the headphones. Alright. Yeah, but where were we? We were at like huge sign-up numbers, and a couple of new sign-ups coming in there in this last week. Or people showing up for the first time who were signed up. Either way. Namely, I'd say Jabostic at Daddy's side, I think, has not been around last weekend. With Catalina racing as well. I'm not sure if she was around last weekend. Actually, she might have been. Barry, aka Kingsman, is making his comeback. Has been driven 4 Formula Sundays before. Bunch of podiums in lead tier and even a challenger tier champion. Asunero has gotten back into the Alpine. He has been driving for a season beforehand. Would be someone for the midfield probably. I'm not sure what. Oh no, Randro is also. Oh, good man, I did not even see Randro yet. Yeah, one of our goats as well. Really good driver in challenger tier back then. The Place is of course back again as well. The best driver on the grid, some may say. Also with Ace Mojo, his teammate. So these two are in the Aston this week again. We have Seagull in the Ferrari this time around. Formula Sunday's GOAT is gonna drive some wacky setup. I think it's like 50 zero wings or whatever he's gonna have here. Who did I miss so far? MQ is driving in the McLaren, but I'm not sure if he actually was driving last week as well. So that's very fun. Not sure if the Kicks were there last week around, but they have been driving in this combination in the last season throughout, and have been really fun to watch as well. So, full grid here tonight. Yeah, a whole new scenery, I guess. And we're gonna watch Yeast here on his second half of his first qualifying lap. That's gonna be the first time to beat. Bahrain, of course, relatively short track, a lot of top speed. Good opportunities to race here, hard braking zones, a lot of straights of course. Please show the place. Yeah, I will show the place as soon as this lap is through. And then we'll go to the Aston. So we have a 1:28.7 here. Oh, that is not the place. The first lap time to beat. Janneman immediately doing so 7/10 quicker than the Englishman there. And Menup slotting in between the two. The Place is going to come over the line now. is gonna be a little bit behind here. Is only getting into 5th position. Barry also slightly slower than Yeast here. Daddy is also a second behind the place. And we're gonna head to someone else here. Emil's gonna come over the line. Is one of the candidates for the top 5, I'd say. Yep, he is going P2 for now. Janneman, I think, again, should be the favorite to win this. Oh, MQ is qualifying on Intus. Wild strat in the desert. Seems to have found some water somewhere. Manop in P3, Wild Ghost in P7 in the meantime. Let's see what Jabostic can cook up on his comeback. And that is slightly behind his teammate. 2 horses right now, furthest from the pack. Oh, and Ace Mojo is now on the start of a hot lap, but that doesn't look good already. He's kind of drifted around turn 4 there. And like timing wise, either he went out really late or this is actually an in-lap after an invalidated first attempt. Seagull is on either 0.50 or 50.0. It was in the Discord, but I can't remember. Like, he's not going 50-50 this time around, but he's still kind of trolling his setup. Which will be the theme for... Well, okay, maybe he is on 0.0 wings. Judging by the speed. Wait, actually I'm gonna whip out my phone and check real quick so I don't have to tab out. What Seagull is actually doing now. It does not seem to nerf him enough, apparently. Okay, he is on 0.0. So yeah, 0.0 seems to be alright around here. Let's see what Ace Mojo's first lap is gonna look like. Honestly, he's not that far behind regarding that he lost it entirely in turn 4. Randro's gonna come around. I would expect him in the top, maybe top 8, top 10 area here as well. First lap is looking really good, honestly. That is for sure top 8. P1 for Randro here. Yeah, I don't know, either misremembering his pace, a good lap timer has not been set yet, or he cooked on this one. Manov is up after sector 1 as well here, if I saw that correctly. He's gonna approach the second half of his lap right now. And he's not too far behind to begin with, right? A second away from pole, but a bunch of positions up for grabs just ahead of him. 0.45, so he needs a little bit more to grab P3 from Janneman there. A good last turn would do the trick here. Maybe Seagull needs to drive backwards or something. Yeah, I wish this was like Trackmania or something where driving backwards is even a remotely viable strategy. He did also say, in addition to the 0-0 wings, he's gonna run some alternate strategies, so he's probably gonna pit like a whole lot more often than anybody else. Going with the second Merc here, Cherry on his first attempt, or rather on his second attempt if I'm not mistaken, but his first one probably invalid. Bahrain, honestly, I'm not entirely sure where you're invalidating your laps here. There is not really any laps where you cut the curbs so hard that you usually end up getting invalidated. I think running wide is a little bit of a bigger problem here, because you get dragged towards the outside in quite a bunch of these turns. So far he keeps it on track. Can see his delta after the second sector. Actually, he hasn't set a lap time, so no delta. Let me look into my stats. Yeah, I don't get the tool, someone. End of sector 1, running wide there is the issue. Turn 4, you mean? Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you would be pushing all the space there. 28.4 is a decent performance by the Mercedes pilot here. P4 for now. Let's see someone who hasn't set a time yet. MQ is actually on soft tires now. Glad to see him back, of course with our Middle Eastern drivers. It's always a little bit of a question whether or not they can make it to the race. But yeah, prayers to them, of course. He Well, he was never really in Drivers' Championship contention. He has had a banging season with Jannemann and Ferrari, where Jannemann bottled the Drivers' Championship on the last race, and then MQ crashed out to lose the Constructors as well. Let's see where he can go. P4 for him as well. Is Asuna gonna do a lap or what? Yeah, just give him some time. He will, surely. Jake is still a good bit away from setting another lap. Who is currently driving? Have we seen Jannemann yet? Can look at him here. I would be curious. Okay, yeah, no, that lap is absolute garb in the first sector. Let's look around. Rice, maybe? Nope. Let's stay with Kingsman, aka Barry here. Don't think the exit looked so great from what we could see here. But we'll let the Delta decide at the end of the next turn. Yeah, 0.1 up. That is actually, it's not a lot, but Wild Ghost, like, he could gain up to 3 positions if he just gets 1.5 tenths of an advantage towards the end of the lap, so small improvement could be huge for him here already. Let's see if the last turn was any good. Yep, 0.3 even. Yeah, gets the 3 positions I talked about, of course. A little bit of a bigger gap to Yeast. And now we can jump towards Jake here, the Ferrari. I think a reasonable midfield performance last time from him. Was involved in some of the crashes a little bit, or rather did not really profit well from the safety car. But still got decent points on his debut last time around. Of course, today, a lot more people on the grid. Gonna be a lot harder to get into the points. We've gotten quite some people who are expected to put on a performance here, or at least a point-winning performance. Seagull retired from the session. Oh boy, that didn't look intentional. 0-0 wings. Probably didn't help him keep in grip in that corner much. Let's see what Jake can do. Delta looks okay here. Slightly gonna be a little bit down the pace, but yeah, not too far. Still in the top 10. Slots in right between Yeast and Mido. And, well, going back to the fan favorite, I guess. 3 tenths up after Sector 1. This could be a huge improvement. It needs to be a huge improvement to be F. To be frank, to be... I don't know. 3 tenths is not even enough to gain him a position right now. 1 second though. We're talking a little bit of a different scale now. He could go all the way up to P5 with this. If he finds a little bit more even, this could be even further up. Albeit I think MQ just improved, so he's not gonna gain anything on him anymore. But, just behind Cherry there, P6 for the place. Randro improves his personal best for provisional pole. Really nice performance by him there. Let's see, Manup. A 10th up. Doesn't look like a lot, but could be 2 positions for him as well. The place and Cherry are just, yeah, millimeters ahead of him. See it, last turn. 5 minutes left in the quali, so everybody is still gonna get a comfortable attempt in. And what a last sector that was by Menup there. Another 5 tenths gained there, going all the way up to P2. Only Randro is clear of him right now. Really nice lap there by the end of it. So let's see. Can Asuna get his lap in? Probably, from what I know of the drivers, the most inexperienced driver on the grid. Yeah, Seagull, big whoops. I mean, this is not gonna hurt you too bad, right? You're still gonna be starting from like P3. But Asuna going P18. It's at least beating 2 of the more experienced drivers. Let's see, Wild Ghost. Oh, Wild Ghost on a flyer as well here. 4 tenths up. could get him all the way into that tightly contested P6 to P10 area. And let's see. 28.3, yeah, he slots in just before the bulk there in midfield. So really, really close there. P6 to P12, only 0.3 apart. And there's a couple of drivers who I suspect are able to improve their time right into that area as well. Rice would be one of them. I do think he has like half a second in him. Yeah, could join that midfield battle there. 50-0 experiment ended in disaster, so it is 50-0, okay. 27.4 rather quick, yep. I mean, yeah, it must be, right? Like, MQ is usually good on quali pace and so is Jannemann, and both of them are like half a second down, so Randro really cooking here. Force to be reckoned with, for sure. Yeah, as soon as done a lap, indeed Herb has gotten at least 2 positions. We will see if it stays that way. And 0.3 improvement for Rice. He's just behind the bulk, and we could watch Ace Mojo here. Yep, he's just coming around to finish his next attempt. And that is at least going to put him ahead of Catalina, who's currently, yeah, in the unfortunate last position. And honestly, in a tough position as well. Probably has to stay out, recharge the battery on the next lap, or just go again with 0 battery. That is an option as well. And then go for another lap in the very end. Let's see Mido. He's not been around last week as well, if I'm remembering correctly, but I may misremember, because I'm generally dementic. Dementic? Yeah, I don't know, I have dementors. And he was up after the first sector at least. Ah, 0.2. Let's see where that could bring him. This would be about a 0.4 flat. Could be enough for P7 here, and even P6 if he gets a little bit more of an improvement. Did not look super great here, but it also didn't look super horrible, so might just be around that P6 or 7 area. No, it was indeed not super great, so he's lost a little bit of ground, and that is immediately 2 positions down. So, who could we also watch? Bats, maybe? A 10th up after the first sector. Okay, that was off track in my books, but sure. 50 seconds left on the quali, so there is a bunch of people who are still on the outlaps. The traffic on the minimap is, yeah, trafficking a lot in Sector 3. Let's see, Bats here. Nah, half a second down, that is not going to be an improvement. Daddy is all the way down. Jobostic is also not improving. Emils maybe? He's just fresh on the lap. Let's see if we find someone who's deeper in. All of them are fresh on laps. Okay. Oh yeah, Jannemann is about to finish his lap, but he is also down after Sector 1. Let's see how his time looks now. Is still down, so no improvement to be expected for him. The place has just started his lap, I think. I don't think Mido is on a lap. Yeast is definitely not on a lap. Emils is though. Oh, 0.2 up now. This could be huge for him. He could be all the way up to P6 here if he holds this. And this is only the Sector 1 delta. Let's see what he has done in the middle one, as Sector 3 is coming up here. 2.8, so this is looking like a low 0.2. And definitely enough for P6 here for him. Williams gets out of the way. I don't know if that confused Emils a little bit there, but doesn't matter too much, I think. I don't think. And there is the low point 2 P6 for him here. Let's jump over to the place here maybe. Who is also right in the middle of the big midfield. Let's see the delta. Ooh, 0.07. That is still enough to gain at least one position, and with not much improvement you can gain more, as Jake has slotted in just behind the meals there. MQ has beaten out Menop in the meantime by 7,000. Let's see what the place can cook. And that is an improvement. Oh, 1,000 ahead of Wild Ghost, so one more position for him. This does not look like a serious attempt of driving a lap. Let's see what Jabostic and Daddy are doing. Yeah, neither of them are on a lap as well, so everybody who is still out is just rolling over the line with low fuel mode. And that should be it for the qualifying. Yeah, really close battles there throughout the entire grid here. P6 and 7, they're only separated by 6,000. We have a couple of gaps by 7,000, 1,000. Yeah, actually two of them, P11 as well. Just 1,000 between Yeast and Mido. So yeah, Randro with a quite dominant qualifying performance, considering how close everything is behind them. Then MQ on the front row as well, and then we have Manip and Seagull on the scuffed setup there in P4. Yaneman and Demils, the Racing Bulls there, 5th and 6th. Jake, the place, Wild Ghost and Cherry complete the top 10. And well, further down it looks similarly close. I will have to, briefly bring up my stats again as soon as we're done loading. Because for some reason it taps over to a different screen in the stat tool as soon as the qualifying is done. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Unfortunately, only one driver, I think, is sharing the telemetry. So we don't really get the most accurate tire wear. But we will see. We will see. Maybe we can gauge off that a little bit. Well. Yeah, the brief 1 minute wait before the grid starts up, so everybody can select their setup in peace and does not need to rush. But I do feel like the minute is close to over now. Wondering when we do get in. Usually there will be like a countdown that we will hear. But yeah, what am I yapping about today? There was no Formula 1 race. We could talk about Max Verstappen qualifying on pole for the Nürburgring, winning the entire thing, and then promptly getting disqualified with his team afterwards. And yeah, honestly, I don't know. He looked like he had a lot of fun there in interviews and such. Don't know how long he's gonna bother driving F1 at that rate if he keeps on hating the cars. So Seagull pulling through with a promise, going for a little bit wild of a strat. Soft tires for him here. Usually this is, I don't know, 50% races are pretty much always medium hard one stop. Only safety cars do change that every now and then. Most of the drivers opting for the medium on the start, and the hards are only the choice of 4 drivers here. Interestingly enough, I mean maybe strategically as well, both Alpines on the hards, and then we have split strategies for the 2 teams starting directly adjacent, with Janeman and Demils and Mido and Yeast. Daddy and Jabostic going for the same one, even though they are just behind each other. And yeah, I will have a look at the tires every now and then. I see them on the second screen in the tool, but like if we will periodically show them on screen so you guys get an idea of what is going on if it is necessary, and if we see a lot of split strategies, of course. We're gonna have 29 laps, so this is it's not like the highest lap counts, but yeah, the track is not super long, so a lot of laps, a lot of chances then for the hard braking zones to do something, to work your way up the field or not. There is not really anybody who laid down a major stinker in the qualifying session. The game also thinks this track is killing the tires so hard that a 4-stop might be necessary, which is crazy. No, not 4-stop, 3-stop. 4 stints. Let's see. We're lining up on the grid. Oh my, MQ is going far from the outside. He is positioning himself super angled. I don't even know if that's in the box, buddy. Okay, that's a wild parking job by the McLaren. It's the Verstappen school of parking. Very aggressive there. But yeah, as soon as everybody is slotted in, we're good to go. My god, this dude is... That's wild. Okay, lights are going on. And they stay on for a long time. They're going out now. Not the worst start by MQ, I think. Oh my god, the Mercedes got hit and there is a huge crash. Wild goes already DNF'd. Another car has been crashed out there. Pulling across by MQ there may have confused or really even hit Randro there. And there is a safety car coming out immediately. Randro now running dead last. MQ's the new leader. Menop somehow slipped through some positions. And Seagull survived this as well. I don't know if the start by the McLaren was just a little bit overcooked there. Randro being an absolute passenger there. After being hit by Wild Ghost. And both of them, yeah, like go to the end of the grid, I guess. Really unfortunate for Wild Ghost there to instantly DNF'd. He's just barely even crossed the start line. Randro Mr. Saturday, yeah, Randro maybe washed. To be fair, this is kind of, or is going to be fun at least. He's going to be pitting for sure, because I can't imagine his front wing survived that. Let me see. Wait, what car is he driving? Nah, this is a tank actually. Yeah, that's crazy. But like, given his pace, I would expect he's working his way up there again. And that's gonna be fun to see, I guess. Because his pace did look good, and I feel like at least better than half of the grid in the race probably as well. I would really, I would love if we had like instant replays in this game. Would really love to see what exactly caused it. It did look like MQ tipped his rear and like kind of spun him around there. But I'm not entirely sure what exactly happened. Oh, and we have Manup and Seagull diving into the pits. For Seagull, I guess it makes 100% sense. He's on the soft tires. This is just basically a free pit stop for him. And he goes to the back of the grid as well. These guys have to work their way through too. Randro is coming in as well. It's not the biggest surprise neither. Oh, he retired in the pits. Yeah, that is a shame. I would imagine he probably has like rear wing or side pod damage, so it makes it like impossible for him to actually race. So yeah, no Randro comeback. He is Mr. Saturday confirmed. King of Wheelspin Randro, Fantas saying, okay. I don't know, his start did not seem too bad. Oh, the SMH strategy. So shaking a lot of heads around here. Seagull might be using that one. Wait, what are these guys on now? Manuf and Seagull both opted for the hard tire, so they want to race a while, if not the entirety of the race with these. Position changes on the safety car, not really intended. Renderer has left the session. That's really unfortunate. I would have loved to see him race. What is going on behind here? Hope this is just desync, man. You guys should know you don't overtake on the safety car. Well, well. I assume the safety car could come in here. I'm not entirely sure if it needs to serve a minimum distance. Actually, the lights are out, right? So it is probably coming in. Or is this just a bug? Hey, Cherry 10-second collision. Yeah, what a way to ruin your P4, buddy. SMH my head. Just like I don't know. I'm generally like flabbergasted by the way people overtake each other or like crash into each other on the safety car. It's not like going a meter faster is gonna net you any advantage, man. The safety car is slow enough that you can catch up any distance anyways. Merc with a bad weekend, yeah, it's cursed. It's absolutely cooked right now. Yeah. It's interesting though. Jake did... wait, what? Where did Jake even start? I feel like he wasn't too far down, but he was like 8th or so. P3 for him now is really, really nice. And it's gonna be interesting. I feel like he is slightly behind the pace of the top guys. But of course, being in the field with the top guys in the race makes you able to like go slightly above your pace because you have DRS advantage and you kinda can just copy what the car ahead does, usually a little bit. And yeah, of course here a lot of straights, a lot of slipstream, so it might be good for him here in the middle of the upper half. And behind him I feel like there's a lot of guys who are his pace as well, so this should be good fights anyways. Safety car surely comes in now. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't. Should announce when it enters sector 3. Yep, there we are. And now MQ is slowing down the field. He has done this countless of times before. It's not usually the race winner, but he did find himself in the race lead quite a bunch of times. And here, of course, it's very dangerous to go too early, because if the safety car is not across the start-finish line yet, you will get slowed down. This can cause a massive pile-ups. But the safety car seems to be gone now, and now it's all on MQ when he puts on the power. He's not picking up the pace just yet. It's very late for him. And I think we're approaching the safety car line, but he just about goes now, and this is gonna be a hell of a drag race there. Everybody is within 0.2 or 0.3 here. Side-by-side action into turn 1. There's several people, absolute carnage behind him, I guess. Ooh, yeah, that is some contact there for the place, being hit by Yeast and someone else. This is probably the biggest thing that happened there. There's now a Red Bull on the inside there, Mido. Driving a little bit of a dive, a little bit of wheel banging, but I think it's all fun and games here. Mido being pushed far towards the inside, now has the advantage on the upcoming corner. And, oh, there's another part flying away. The place there looking for a potential dive there. Bats behind has hard front wing damage on the right side. So there was some contact for sure in the first turn. And Jake has gotten past Janneman here in front. He is now sitting in P2 and there's quite a little gap. I wonder if there was any mistake by the Racing Bull driver. We could jump down on board with Menephi a little bit, who is stuck behind Seagull, and then of course behind the entire field right now. Seagull thinking about a dive there towards the inside, but oh yeah, Sonero's definitely off-roading a little bit as well. Cherry. Looked like he gets a... Yeah, actually he did get a really good run on Jannemann. And that is another position lost for the Racing Bull. Further up ahead, there isn't really a fight going on. Asuna has been overtaken by both Menef and Seagull. Ooh, Emils. Oh, shit. Emils passed Jannemann as well. Of course, Jannemann has the hard tire disadvantage. Everybody ahead is on the mediums, but now behind him, Yeast and Barry, both on hards as well. So he has a little bit of a shield to the other medium runners behind. And let's be real, I think the passing of Emils here has probably been a team order. Because it does not really make sense to fight this. Ah, Catalina. Really unfortunate. Picking up the camera here and immediately going for a little bit of a spin. Taking the curb a little bit too much in that turn. Let's see Seagull though. He is approaching the Haas's. The two Swedes here, Daddy and Jabostic. And does not seem to be able to close the way too much here. Of course, wait, what is he going? 50-0 wings? So that means he has no rear end. So basically crazy oversteer every single turn. Gotta be very careful. And he gets the exit though, to get past Daddy for now. Now Jabostic is up next on the menu. Jake Donaldinho there with the fastest lap, and oh, does he go for the move? He does not, but he does bait MQ into missing his braking point. Goes for the switchback here, a little bit of contact, so he does not really get the run that he wanted potentially. And MQ does have higher top speed on the straight here to stay ahead of the Ferrari. The battle for P1 is not quite over yet. These guys have a comfortable cushion to Cherry and Emils here, 2 seconds. But I feel like, oh my god, what a move from Emils. Oh, Cherry has front wing damage, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, Emils just seems to be a different beast in the corners. But Cherry holds on the inside there. I feel like this is just losing both of them time. But he's still fighting. I think this is the point where Emils just takes the position and stays ahead. That was a nice little attempt to hold off another car there by Cherry though. He runs so deep. This is not good with the front wing. So many left-handed turns where this left end plate would have been coming in so much more. And now Jannemann and maybe even Yeast behind will be the next. Cherry does have DRS, let's see from the Red Bull's perspective. And Seagull with the fastest lap. Ooh, a little bit of wheel banging here as well between these two guys. Oh, Jannemann has front wing end plate damage as well, which is why he's not up to pace. Yeast though, with no damage at all, who has been comfortably second last week, and is, with the lack of damage here, probably the fastest car in the bunch. Slight contact with Cherry. And I don't know, man, is this touring cars? I don't think Formula 1 is a contact sport, really. Ay. Barry is definitely going in with the crowbar there, trying to go through with brute force. Mido up in the mix as well, and Seagull is already behind these guys, so rise up the inside here. Let's hop onto the Ferrari to see the battle in all its glory here. And there is Mido outside of the track there. Seagull's gonna look for a bang exit to set himself up for an overtake with DRS on the next straight maybe, or he doesn't even wait so long. So much overspeed for the Ferrari, and he's gonna have the inside now. And we see Jannemann is just permanently off track there, and he's going into the pits now as well. The front wing damage too much to bear, speeding in the pit lane 10 seconds. And Jannemann retires in the pits. That is Probably a tilter. I feel like the 10 seconds probably has broken what was left. I don't know, man. Mito's doing a little terrorism here. That was a pretty big rear end onto Seagull, who then got like kind of bowled into 2 other cars. Mito being overtaken there again due to the lack of front wing, especially on right-handed turns. Left end plate matters a lot. Bumper car R race, yeah, open lobbies are nothing against this, I think. Yellow flag. Where yellow flag? Why yellow flag? Caution sector 2. Oh, there is the Plays, who has been off track there. Dirty tires on his car, so he has been in the gravel bed somewhere. It's just ahead of Ace Mojo. Actually, now, I was about to say, now that we have a breather, could watch these guys battle a little bit. I feel like Ace and Sunero are on very similar pace, or should be, usually. But honestly, I don't want to miss too much of the midfield, neither. So let's jump back to Manip. Welcome to Formula Sundays, where ambition surpasses adhesion. Damn, man. Fancy words you're using there. I'm too stupid for that. Yeah, when there's delusion, there's hope. Can always hope to send one and make it stick. Mito into the pits now, though, so he removes himself from the midfield chaos. The midfield chaos, though, does not care about that too much. Barry and Rice there, side by side. And Seagull is just... we have a saying that if there's like 2 people fighting, there's a laughing third one. And Seagull is that laughing third one, picking up a position here. At least Barry there could make a comeback due to through the turn there on the outside. So he actually gained a position without losing anything, really, in the very end. The scenario has overtaken Ace Mojo in the meantime. And Ace Mojo there, yeah, I feel like we've witnessed 2 corner cutting penalties live on board. Scenario has a 3-second corner cut penalty as well, though, so these 2 can still fight it out on track. And Seagull against Barry. Former teammates as well. I mean, it's 20 seasons of Formula Sundays. I feel like everybody has teamed with anybody at this point. And there goes Seagull. His exits are crazy. I feel like the main downside of the 50-0 setup is that he can spin out at any point if he's not careful enough, but like his turning is delish. So let's see the lower half of this battle. Seagull seems to be a little bit clear there. Rice being briefly overtaken by Bats, but holding on to the inside, and now Manip is coming through. Has to lift here actually, does not decide to go off track to try and go by. Which the game probably doesn't let you do anyways, so yeah, wise move. This is what we need more of, a little bit of caution in the racing. Come into hot once and you lose your front wing, but half of the grid has like lost their front wing anyways, so what does it matter? If everybody loses their front wing, nobody has. But yeah, apart from these guys here, the grid is tearing apart a little bit. There's not too many battles going on right now. Emils is closing up to Jake. He is just about the 10th faster per lap, from what I can see here. Emils is also currently... Oh no, this is not the recent, this is the fastest lap. Wait. Oh no, Emils is actually half a second faster than anybody else on track in the last lap. Can you show the stops? Sure thing. But not too many stops have happened yet. The big bulk of the runners is on their starting tire, which is this. As we see the overtake here for Menep versus Rice. Boy, he makes it stick around the outside. I feel like that's just a very clean move if he can make it work here. Yeah, Rice backs out. I don't think he had to stay in on the inside there. I don't think this was defendable. And now Emil's... Wait, what? He's launching another one back though. What is going on with these guys? They are defending like it is the last lap. And I don't know if there was contact. I feel like there must have been contact because Rice took a way longer route for a better exit and he did not get one. Emils is cooking, yeah, Emils is closing in, is now, yeah, just about behind him. I wouldn't go for an overtake here yet already, but feel he used some ERS because he's pretty much full anyways. So, Emil's last lap, yeah, 0.8 faster than Jake's, and now this one, he's getting DRS, he's probably gonna be able to, actually Seagull's lap is the fastest lap, is second faster than Emil's this one. Yeah, okay, I was like, what is happening there? Why is Jake getting overtaken? But yeah, he is in the pits. Cherry is not in contention with Seagull right now anymore, neither. Bats was very close to Rice again, though. So yeah, lap time wise, we have Mofa going pretty consistent 33.5s in front. Emil's last one was a little bit slower, 34.2, but both Yeast and Seagull are on 33.5s as well, and with that the fastest drivers on the grid right now. Actually, never mind, the place 32.5 last lap, so he's a second quicker than the pace right now. And Bats here does not seem to be in contention to make a move, but I think Barry, aka Kingsman here, is closing in on Cherry. And to be fair, I do think the medium tires are close to overstaying their welcome. I have one of the medium runners who has telemetry shared, and their tires are at 57% right now. So this is probably just about how long you want to go with them. So I expect a lot, if not everybody, coming into the pits in the next 2 or 3 laps. As Barry here can't close in on Cherry. Cherry must have been going crazy top speed here, as ERS and DRS plus slipstream does not net Barry any time gain. Now, where does MQ come out here? He is honestly in a great spot. He has a little bit of room ahead to Jabostic, and once he reaches him there's another like 4 seconds. And I feel like by the time that he gets there, everybody else should be coming into the pits as well, so he should be mostly having free air. Oh, Cherry and Barry still going on here. Oh, nice little switchback by Cherry. Can he get the traction down? Yes, he can. Front wing damage, of course, does not do anything on the straight, so he is chilling as long as the track doesn't bend. But yeah, the question is still, for what is he fighting here? He has front wing damage and he needs to pit soon anyways. There's no real need to lose a lot of time fighting with Barry here. Let's see these guys though. Yeast has been caught by the Seagull. Emil's in the pits. He is, yeah, probably gonna go for the hards as well. I think he was on mediums. And Seagull has made it past Yeast and is now the race leader. Cherry into the pits. He's gonna lose a lot of time, of course, because he's gonna serve the 10-second penalty he got for the collision early on. So this is gonna be a nifty little 20-second stop. So yeah, cooking. Emils and Jake are still in battle, which is interesting, and they have gained a little bit of ground to MQ as well. It's only 1.5 seconds anymore. And I don't think Yeast is gonna catch up, so we just gonna jump to... Actually, we could jump to the place here. Because I think Bats... Has he stopped? Yes, he has stopped, but for fresh mediums. So he went from medium to medium, I think? Which means he probably has to pit again. No, or was he on hards? No, I'm fairly sure that he was on mediums. Or did he pit in lap 1? No, Bats is only on 1 stop. He needs to come in again at some point. Very interesting. The place also went medium. Okay, so there is quite a bunch of people who are running medium, soft. But I guess for the place it makes sense, because he has been coming into the pits like 3 or 4 laps ago, so like a 2-stopper is much better distributed, right? But if you're going half the race on mediums, I would assume you just go hards and go to the end. Like, why stretch your medium stint for so long if you still have a soft stint to work in there? Like, granted, the softs are not gonna hold on so long, right? It's gonna be like 5 laps or so, 5 or 7 laps, I guess. But still, like, then you would only go 11 or 12 laps on the mediums. Why exceed that by 2 extra laps? Kinda doesn't make sense to me, unless you were hoping for a safety car. These guys here, well, Seagull has pitted for hards in lap 1. He can technically go to the end if he can make them last. Everybody else behind needs to still pit until we get to Menup, who has also pitted lap 1. And then MQ, etc. have pitted recently and can go to the end from now on. I'm going back to the place here, because this is a banging perspective on Bats versus Riot as well. Oh my god, that is big contact there. We saw a part flying as well. The place for sure has front wing damage. This looked like he has side floor damage as well, with that contact. Further up, Menup has just gotten past Barry, which is... It's not really surprising. There's a 1 lap difference between these guys' tires, but both of them have wearing them for ages. Emils now. Still not close enough to eject to really make a move. MQ is also driving away a little bit quicker again. Could watch some battles further down the field here. Yeah, on board with Daddy here, who has prime perspective on Catalina versus Ace Mojo. All of these guys have a 3-second time penalty, by the way, including Mido now. But Asuna, Catalina and Ace, all of them have that. I think Catalina... I was wondering why they are so slow in quotation marks. I think she switched over to wheel after having been on controller forever as well, so it will take a while for her to build up the pace to where she used to be. Oh! This was really close there. Catalina almost connected Ace Mojo there, as both of them slid out of the turn in sync. Really fun to see there, on Daddy's perspective. Ace Mojo just gotten himself another penalty for running wide there. Oh, and Daddy almost taking a real close look at Ace Mojo's rear. Seagull in the pits for the 2nd time. He's coming out with another set of hearts, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and yeah, boy, I don't know, how old are Ace Mojo's tires? Or like, what is his setup then? 5 laps, he should not be losing it like every single turn. Someone give this guy a better setup next time around. This is a lot of wheel spin that he's getting on the exits. Or he's just a little bit too greedy with the power there. Putting his foot down a bit too hard. Daddy now with the DRS coming through. and grabbing that P15 for now. Yeah, Barry's far away. Emil's still in range, but he doesn't seem to ever be able to do anything. And the place now is not watching Bats versus Rice anymore, but instead Bats versus Mido. He's just been patiently sitting out all of this battle ahead of him. Yeah, Ace Mojo is collecting penalties. To be fair, I feel like, I don't know, I suck at the game of course, but like, corner cuts penalties are so fake. Half of the time you get them, you're not even off track. It's actually illegal. But yeah, I mean, we saw him running wide 1 or 2 times. Yeast and Menep now both into the pits. 2 of the hard runners from the beginning, or rather Menep pitting lap 1 of course. So Barry is the only hard runner who is still out, if I'm not mistaken. So last person to pit here. Let's see real quick. Yep, everybody else has at least 1 stop. His hards are 17 laps old. Oh. Side-by-side action here. Emil's finally making a move. Oh, a very tight squeeze there on Jake, but he's gonna make a comeback. Ah, he had to catch his car there. A little bit of an overcorrection, steering him into Emil's. Honestly, not much anybody can do against it. I guess like slight driver error on Jake's side. But honestly, really well managed for what it was, right? He could have crashed both of them out, kept the contact very minor, and also kept the recovery rather quick. Because he only lost like 2 seconds with what could have been a very big spin out. So MQS caught up to Barry, but Barry is driving a different race. He is not here to fight for position on track. I will even assume so much as him diving into the pits this lap. Because this is just not a battle for him to fight. Yep, and there we are. Bats in the meantime. Really close to Mido. I wonder, has he ever... No, he has actually not even repaired his front wing when he went to pits. I wonder if that was intentional or if by accident. If the front wing damage is actually not that bad and you can drive the car reasonably well. These two are gonna... Yeah, okay, Barry's right behind them, I guess. The place into the pits. So, he is not going for softs, I assume. Wait, what? What is he on? Hards, yeah. As expected, I guess. Because softs wouldn't make it to the end. So medium, medium, hard. Tire wear really big for him here. If he takes the extra medium set compared to the one-stop strategy. And he's got a lot of room to make up to the points now. Jake has been passed by his teammate in the meantime. Catalina retired in the pits. Is not feeling it anymore. Might have picked up some damage on the spin earlier as well. Did not see, of course. We can go on board with Barry now, who has overtaken the place's role of cameraman in the Bats versus Mido fight. 10 laps to go. Yeah, I mean Barry here with by far the best tires. Seagull, what is he even on right now? He is on another set of hards. 31-1 his last lap and the now fastest lap. Oh, and this could be huge. 3 wide into turn 1 maybe. The battle for the slipstream is going on still. I'm not sure if anybody should or could make a lunge here. Oh, it is 3 wide indeed. Barry is coming out on top here, side by side behind him still. And this is still a position to be very careful, because I feel like the Alpine has less top speed equipped than the other 2 guys here. But he will pull away in the middle sector here, especially with the tire advantage. Yeah, and he is already a second clear, so Mido is not even gonna get DRS on the next straight. So let's look race pace a little bit. 32.1 is the pace of MQ right now. Seagull, of course, last lap has been a 31.1, a second quicker. Compared to that, Emil's with a 32.5, so he is actually like 4/10ths down to Morpha, and of course 1.5 seconds to Seagull, who does not seem to be hindered by his 50-0 setup that much. Apart from maybe not being able to achieve the highest top speeds and go for moves very well. Let's see if he makes one here. He doesn't, so let's look if the place can do something with Asuna here. A lot fresher tires than the Englishman in front, as Bats and Mido were briefly side by side. And now the place, yeah, that is very straightforward. So here we have a little bit of desyncing going on, the cars ghosting into each other. Now we have the two poles here, Rice and Cherry. Oh, they're not too friendly, the countrymen here. And Cherry picks up a 3-second time penalty for the corner cut. Cherry did get front wing damage at the start, yes sir. A lot of people got it from the start and are still going with it. Bats also still with front wing damage from the start. Or maybe from the early safety car, I'm not too sure actually. And Seagull is still stuck behind the Emils. But yeah, now he's zooming. And that is no chance for the Racing Bull. Oh boy, and MQ sees the storm that is approaching behind him. And we're gonna be seeing yeah, what the pace is in the end. MQ with a very slow last lap as well. 32.9 is half a second slower than even Emil's, but 0.7 slower than Seagull. Contact here between Bats and Mido once again. And this time Mido comes out on top for now. Let's see. Oh, we can see side by side for the two in front there. From the POV of the poles. Oh, and there is, I was about to say there's finally the contact, not that we were rooting for the contact, but I think it was waiting to happen the way these guys are going side by side through every single turn. Alright, trying to go for a little bit of a better exit, but does not get it. Bats. Yeah, it seems like he might lose DRS to Cherry as well, so he might be at Rice's mercy here. Seagull with another fastest lap. 1:30.8 is almost 2 seconds quicker than Mofa's. Mofa's? The tool says Mofa, it's MQ. MQ's last lap with 32.7. And Emil's is bang in the middle there with a... Well, it's not really bang in the middle. He's doing it 32.4, so he's a bit quicker than MQ, but he's a lot slower than Seagull. Seagull really seems to have found the setup for Bahrain with 50-0. So let's see. Rice on Bats? Question mark. Is there anything happening? It's just too far back. It's not in position to make a move at all. Does Rice have front wing damage actually? I do think he has as well, right? Yeah, all of these guys are missing the left end plate. I don't know what they have against their left end plates, but yeah, basically everybody is missing it. I think Seagull is on 0-0. He wrote in the Twitch chat earlier he was on 50-0. I read in the Discord he is on 0-0, but I thought he was on 50-0. Because he's not like lightning fast on the straights, really. So I doubt he changed back, I believe. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, then his exits are even crazier. But I guess it explains that he did not spin every single turn. MQ there, a little bit of power oversteer. Maybe getting nervous here a little bit. Bats going into the pits. Oh yeah, I forgot. He needed to go soft still, right? Cherry versus Mido. And that did not look like an awful lot of space for the Red Bull, but it was apparently enough. And now Cherry is through to P8. Honestly, good recovery by Cherry, considering he had to serve his 10-second penalty. Actually, Cherry did not get the Cherry did not get the front wing damage in the start because he changed front wing on his pit stop, so he must have gotten another damage afterwards. Why are the braking boards? They were gone from the formation lap for me. Am I having a stroke? Where are the braking boards? I don't know. I didn't see anybody taking them out. We do see Seagull taking P1 here though. Whoa, as MQ almost slides into him here. Oh, but that exit is so terrible. Seagull is already clear pretty much. Bats approaching Asuna for that juicy P13. Jabostic has picked himself up another penalty, or is it his first one? It is his first one. I don't think Asuna should have any chance against the soft tires of Bats. Bats here chickening out to still grab the DRS, so he waited until they passed the detection line to overtake. Yeast and Jake is probably our next battle coming on. And honestly, I feel like we might see Emils versus Mofa, MQ. Damn, the tool is just baiting me. Tool says Mofa. But yeah, no, Emils vs MQ. Because Emils is half a second quicker per lap right now, so he could catch up to P2. But yeah, this does not look like the time to make a move. He's gaining now, but this is way too late. What penalties does Mido have? He does have... Let me see. 3 seconds. Cherry as well. Everybody is on 3 seconds, except Sunero and Ace Mojo. They are on 6. So yeah. It's only been corner cut penalties that are still active around here. Yeast is pushing onto Jake. And Emils is still closing in. Seagull is gaining, easy peasy. And Emils is just about to eclipse the 1 second mark there. Sooner gonna finish below Daddy. Yeah, that is a real shame. But at least he finished ahead on track, probably, right? So, Yeasts. I think on the main straight, Jake's gonna have a lot of trouble. Because Yeast is so close now. Only thing that he really has to care about is to not rear-end Jake beforehand. Because the speed is there. Yeah, and this should be it. This is a good exit by Yeast. He's very close behind, gets the full slipstream here. DRS is not even active until now. And he's choosing the inside line, even though Jake defends towards the inside. And he parks his car on the apex, leaving Jake no chance to pull a switchback. However, Jake now with the DRS, he does look like he has the better top speed setup generally. Let's see if this is enough. A little bit of wheel banging. Or a little bit of wheel spinning as well. And he lets Yeast through there. Maybe sportsmanship through because of the contact. Now it's gonna get hard to fight against this. Let's see the tire disadvantages. 15 lap old hards. Even for hards, these are, well, probably not on the verge of dying, but yeah, this is not what healthy tires do on acceleration. That could have ended in the wall real quick for him there. So I doubt that we're actually gonna be seeing counter-attack by Jake in the long run. Rice here running wide, and actually I think we want to see Emils here, who has now closed up to MQ. Hards are decent for like 15 laps and last for like 18, yeah, so they have overstepped the point of decency here at this point. Let's see Emils. Another zone of DRS for him. Oh, I was wrong about the Ferrari. Yeast and Jake still at it. I feel like as long as you have DRS, I guess, there is a chance. If you have the better straight line setup, it doesn't matter if you have grip or not on the straight. Or what is switchback by Yeast here though? Yeah, broke Jake's ankles there. For sure. Really nicely done by the Red Bull. But yeah, I guess as we just found out, tire difference does not matter too much. The other car just has much less wings and can just zoom past you on every straight. Let's go down here a little bit. I feel like Jobostic may have been passed by the place and not the other way around. So I'm not sure if this is worthwhile entertaining, if there is attacks coming on by Jobostic. Mido here I think as well, now kinda has to let go of Rice. And for Jake, I mean he's still in range, but you see the difference, right? Like the way that Jake's just gaining 0.3 on the straight, whereas Yeast was struggling to even get alongside. And now this is a good exit for Jake again. And he chooses the outside now. And Yeast with the fresher tires there can brake far deeper into the turn. And all fair and square. But better exit for Yeast there all the way. So we have, Barry versus Cherry again. I mean, this is not really a battle. Cherry has 3 seconds of a time penalty. Barry's gonna come out on top regardless. Of course, they want to settle this on track. Inside for Barry here. This is his last lap as well, by the way. I low-key missed that the race was ending already. Such a shame. Side by side by these guys here. Of course, good friends as well. Someone tell Asuna that he needs to drive 2 different tires. Oh no! Yeah, unfortunate. Oops. Nah, what a based way to finish this race. Well, Seagull is taking P1, Emils is not gonna get P2, so MQ gets the 2nd position. And Menep versus Jake is gonna be a little bit of a battle as well still. Oh, and of course here, let's go back to Barry vs Cherry. That is wild work, it is. But as said, like he has driven 1 season of Formula Sundays like a year ago, and he's not really into F1 racing otherwise. So I'm sure he just wouldn't know, and nobody told him, which is kind of a dick move, I guess, because he is in VC with, I think, Barry and maybe with Daddy, I'm not sure. Ace Mojo's just here for the vibes, hell yeah. I mean, him and Asuna did have a brief battle. Wait, what is going on here? The place spun in the last turn? Was there contact? I'm not too sure, honestly. I would have loved to see that. Did not realize they were so close together there. And Daddy's coming over the line. So we had no reports last time around. I'm fairly certain we're gonna have some reports on this one this week. Because there has been some stuff that has been, let's say, a grey zone fringe case of clean racing at most. Damn, man, Ferrari dominance could bore people. What the hell is Seagull? The last thing you see when you open up a bag of fries on the beach. Well, yeah, GG Seagull. He's the GOAT for a reason. The field is, not that the field is particularly weak, but we had stronger fields in the past, and he has won countless of times, countless of titles. Even if he nerfs himself with setup, he is still a force to be reckoned. But yeah, we've seen most of this. Jake, in the end, got overtaken by Yeast, couldn't find back in the very end. Manov could not quite catch Jake in the end neither. P6 is a decent recovery for him, I think. And then Barry, honestly, also decent race for him. Cherry getting points is what he's happy with as well. Same for Rice and Mido. That's just about missing out. Jabostic close behind after the penalty. The place must have had a spin in the last turn. Could have maybe had points here as well. Really close. And then Daddy is and Ace Mojo, the last finishers before our fallen brethren and sisters. Well, what an entertaining race regardless, though. I think there isn't a bird driving this Ferrari. Yeah, I don't think so neither. It looks like this is a man. What the hell? Either way, before I yap on too much, that's it for tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the chatters as well. It's always fun to not be entirely alone and schizo talking to yourself. Next week we're gonna be back in Baku, so that's promising a lot of, I wouldn't say carnage, but let's say entertainment as well. So yeah, make sure to be there as well. Let's hope we have a full grid then again as well. And yeah, till then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.